I'm your news anchor, Nick Harvey, on Charter Cat News. We got stories from around the world. Here's Aaron Brown with one of them.
Hi, my name is Aaron Brown and I have a story from Asia. The Nahua Bank in South Korea was hacked by North Korea. It caused a mass havoc in South Korea right now. People are in and unable to do any business at the bank. North Korea is denying they had any part in this, but we have evidence that proves otherwise. Back to you, Nick.
Okay, some more of the news that we have today is about the new deal between the European Union and Indonesia. They aim to end the trade of illegal wood. The deal was signed in Jakarta and is known as the Voluntary Partnership Agreement. Illegal logging is a major threat to the environment. Last year, the illegal logging rate had decreased by 75% compared to the earlier decade. Even after this dramatic increase, about 40% of the wood exported from Indonesia was illegal. Several species are going from the endangered list to the extinct list. Orangutans are just one of the many species that are threatened by illegal logging. This deal will not only save the lush and beautiful forests of Indonesia, but also save the countless endangered species living there in the rainforests.
Hi, my name is Brittany. Recently, China suspended TV crimes and spied on for 3 months. Instead, they are showing shows about the history of China Communist Party. The government wants China's 1 billion television viewers to tune in July 1st.
Okay.
The show will include highlights of China's communist leader Mao and the founders of People's Republic of China.
Okay, I'm here to tell you about this news report. We're going to Pakistan to hear about the compound which Osama bin Laden, curse him, was killed.
Hi, my name is Vincent Cole and I'm reporting to you live from Pakistan. I'm here to report the bin Laden story. Sunday, May 1st, Osama bin Laden had been killed. It all happened when 2 helicopters landed inside the compound and let out 25 Navy SEALs. They took down 3 guards and a woman who was used as a shield. Then the SEALs made it to the main building, where they found and killed bin Laden. They then took the body and did DNA testing to make sure it was him. When they were sure it was him, they dumped his body in the ocean. When people found out he was dead, they were very happy. People still remember that horrible day. Well, back to you guys.
Hi, my name is Alyssa, and I'm reporting from the compound in Pakistan in which Osama bin Laden was killed. Osama was not the only one killed on May 1st in this compound. Three men and 2 women were also killed. One of the men was his son, and one of the women was one of his wives. 2 women were also killed. There were 25 Navy SEALs in the compound, 2 helicopters, and 17 to 18 people living in the compound. During this raid, Obama was quoted saying, "We have visual on Geronimo." A few moments later, he was also quoted saying, "Geronimo EKIA," which means enemy killed in action. He walked out proudly and said, "We have him." That's all for today. Back to you.
Now we have reporters reporting from Japan.
Hi, my name is Justin and I'm here in Japan to report the earthquake in Fukushima. The earthquake came in through the east coast on March 11th at 1446 local time, and it destroyed 4 nuclear reactors. It was a magnitude 9 earthquake. Right now the water levels in 1 through 3 are sinking and the fuel was overheating. Reactor 4 has lots of spent fuel and damage to the fuel rod, and there was possibly another explosion. Officials are trying to correct the problems with the reactors, so now worries in Japan are not so much about earthquakes but about nuclear problems. Back to you.
Europe Spectrum live from Japan. On Friday, March 11th, Japan had an earthquake that resulted in severe damage. It is the biggest earthquake on record to hit Japan, thousands of people were left dead and missing. The Prime Minister said Japan had to start from scratch with its energy plans following the disaster.
Now we have a short story from Syria.
Lady, I'm reporting to you live from Syria in the Middle East. Recently, the royal family has been talked about all over the world. The reason is they are struggling to put down widespread protest against the government. Syria is in distress now because the president's brother has been caught by defecting soldiers, the vice president has been killed, and the deputy foreign minister has disappeared. People say Bashar felt that with any reform, he wasn't respected. He refuses to make any changes or step down. The U.S. and Europe are still hoping he will act differently. Now back to you.
Hello, my name is Chad and I'm reporting live from Syria. As you can see, this place is a wreck. Syrian citizens have been protesting these past few weeks, and on Friday, even more citizens joined in on the protest. That same day, security guards shot and killed 4 civilians. Also, elite Syrian forces recently attacked the city, killing thousands of people and practically flattening the city. However, despite the killings, the protests continue. This country is on the brink of war, and America may be sucked into this vortex of fighting and death. We will now show live footage of protests in a small town.
Today, after 4 weeks of continuous protests, in which the range of slogans is getting close to crossing the red line, the images taken confirm that the people still have not had their first demand met.
I'm Chad, reporting from Syria. Enjoy your pancakes. Good night.
Okay, now we have some reporters in the Ivory Coast reporting on the presidency of their new president.
Hi, my name's Ann. I'm reporting from the Ivory Coast, where Alassane Ouattara was sworn in as president on May 6 of 2011. Back in November of 2010, an election was held, and Alassane Ouattara won. But Laurent Gbagbo, the president in office at the time, refused to step down. Ouattara is just now getting his place as president because of Gbagbo's refusal to give up his spot as president. In April, the president was captured and taken in by the United Nations peacekeepers. He was forced to give up his title as president. Ouattara is now president of the Ivory Coast.
Now we have a story from Egypt right now.
Hi, my name is James Smith. I'm speaking to you live from Egypt. Back in January, the Egyptian military were trying to tell President Mubarak to step down politely. They were very concerned that people were getting hurt. They also thought it was a good idea. People were protesting in the streets. The military tried to tell Mubarak to step down, and he did. This is the first time in Egypt's history that protesters made their president step down. Back to you.
My name is Rosie Patterson. I'm reporting straight from Egypt. There has been a serious crisis. There has been a revolution. It started January 25th. People were getting angry about their leader, President Mubarak. They were angry because they wanted him to step down as president. The people of Egypt wanted more freedom and a new leader. At first, Mubarak refused to step down, but when the demonstrations continued, he eventually stepped down. Now Egypt has to find a new leader. This has never happened before in Egypt. Now back to the studio.
Okay, now here's a story from our top reporter in Libya, Dalton Blooper.
Hello, my name is Dalton Booker, and I'm reporting from Zintan, Libya. There are rebel and government forces closing in on this position, so I'm going to try and make this quick. The rebel forces are trying to depose the dictator here, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. The government forces are trying to silence the foreign media. Ah, here they are! Bam! Bam! Get out of here! There's a little fighting going on here in Zintan. So, because it's very close to Colonel Gaddafi's stronghold in Tripoli. Back to you, Nick.
Hello, my name is Elias, and here's a story from China. It was recently discovered that instead of rice being domesticated in a variety of times and places, that was most likely domesticated in China 8,200 years ago. Rice used to be thought of as one species, but the evidence that scientists have come up with suggests that the species of rice split around 3,900 years ago. Rice is used as a staple crop mainly in Asia, but is eaten around the world. Have a good night and eat your cake well.
Oh.